Hey, I'm Orhan. For the past 3 years, I've been helping business get more clients, and now I'm building and sharing automations that cut costs, save time, and bring in more revenue with the help of tools like n8n. And here we are with an interesting project over here. We are going to be creating, well, this is a tutorial. I'm going to give you the JSON template so you can use it on your own. You don't have to build it step by step. Let me show you the live demo. Now we are going to paste that. Let me just send that picture. There we go. Okay, let's name it Lamborghini. Okay. Now, what do we want to do with that file? Let's prompt it. Let's see how that works out. Cool. There we go. We have it. The video. Well, it's pretty realistic, but I said I didn't prompt it well. So the flood is not actually taking the Lamborghini away. But as you can see, it was pretty efficient. It took 3 minutes. I set the prompt at 11:26. I got it back at 11:29. So not bad. We can do that. Let me just go step by step and explain it to you, the workflow and how it's working, right? The first one, the first set is obviously the Telegram trigger and the switch node. Why do we have switch node? So that if we give a text, right? If we give it a name, if we give it a prompt, it goes directly to the agent. And if we give it a photo, JSON.message.photo, it goes to this set, the set of upload photo. What it's going to do is it's going to get a file, this node, Telegram get a file node. It's going to get the file, get the file ID, and then upload it on the Google Drive, which I've chosen. Nothing crazy out here. You can just put all of this, data field name, data. It's going to be fixed from my drive. Just give access. You just put data in here. You can actually put expression as well of the file ID that you will get from get a file node of Telegram. As you can see, this one, you can put it here and it will work just as fine. You don't have to worry about it. And then we have the edit fields. The whole point of this node is so that the agent doesn't get confused, so that it gets the input no matter what. And I tried without this, but it was kind of hallucinating. Don't really want that. So I put this and it's kind of making a bit more sense here. And then, of course, we have AI agent node where we have this prompt. By the way, you don't have to worry about it. You're going to get this template for free, as I said. Also, like, you can add a lot more stuff here. In the tool section, you can add prompt to image, prompt to video, video to video, stuff of that sort, And we need it to have a brain, which is, of course, we're going to give it the Open AI chat model, which is 4.1 mini. And we're going to give it a simple memory so that it remembers our past conversation. Context window length is about 10. It's going to remember like 10 interactions that we have had with it. And then not only do we want to upload the file, we also want to rename it, all right? We don't want the file to have a name like file24.png. We don't want that. So when we want to rename it, the AI agent calls this node. Let's open it. And by the way, you don't have to map out anything over here. Just let AI decide it, as I have done. Let it do its job, and things will be fine. Like, after renaming it, we need to edit that video. So suppose we need for marketing, right? We can just put in the image, rename it. It gets uploaded to Drive, and then we just prompt and edit it, and then we can use it for Facebook ads or whatever we want, right? For social media posting. And I'll go inside this as well. What's inside this? But let me just, yeah, bro, like, yeah. After renaming it, we just send it to image to video workflow. Nothing crazy out there. I'm gonna explain that one as well. Let me just do it right now. So this is how it looks inside that workflow. Inside this, call another workflow node. This is edit image. Here, things are a bit complicated. It may seem, but they are not. Trust me, it's easy. We go there. This mister has the file ID, the prompt, and we can delete the chat ID. We don't want that. We don't need that. And then we'll download that file that we want to edit. And then we are going to be uploading it to Cloudinary. If you haven't heard of that, it's a pretty good platform where we can get the public accessible URL. Google Drive doesn't actually give you public URL that can be used by third party to edit or do something else. So we're going to be using Cloudinary. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. This is some setup that it will already be done. You don't have to worry about it. And then we are going to do our magic with this new model, Sora 2. And for that, we are going to be using Kai AI. It's a pretty good software. It actually gives you access to all the AI softwares in the market right now and give you the APIs. They have VO3, they have n8n, and they have Sora 2 as well. So I use them. They're kind of cheap as well, $5 for 1,000 credits. Pretty cheap. And once we have done that, and once we have run this HTTP node prompting, we are going to head to HTTP request 2. Now, this is where things get a little bit nuanced. When we prompt an agent to, create a video, it takes some time. Okay, it doesn't happen right away. It might take 20 seconds, might take 60 seconds, might take 2 minutes, depending on the prompt, right? The more advanced the prompt is, the more time it's going to take, probably. So, if we remove these two nodes, it's going to go directly from here to there, and then it's going to hit an error. We don't want that, right? So we hit this node, and then we hit this node. And if we have gotten the URL, as you can see here, result.json, it will go through the true branch, and then it will complete the workflow. But if it hasn't, then it will go through the false branch. It's going to wait for 20 seconds, and then it will execute once more. And if it hasn't happened yet, it will keep looping again and again and again, unless and until we get the URL over here that we need to get the video. Now, when you get the URL, there's a bunch of stuff that you're going to get, and we don't want all the other stuff. We only want the video URL. So this is a simple code to parse it and to get the URL. And then we have the HTTP node to download that video, the MP4 file. And things kind of end there. We don't want any more than that. After that, it's going to return to the AI agent. After that, we just go to switch node, where we are going to decide to which Telegram node it's going to go to. Telegram has different node for all the different kind of stuff. If you want to send an audio file, it has a different node. If you want to send a video, it has a different node. And if you want to send a text message, it has a different node. So it has nodes for all the different purposes. That's why we have to put a switch node here. You see this thing, this expression over here? This is actually the video URL. So if it's not empty, that means if this has URL from the previous input, it's going to go through the first branch and then it will go through the code. Now, why do we have code? We have code to parse it. We have all sorts of stuff in the intermediate steps. If you're familiar with n8n even a little bit, you would know about it. So we need to filter that out and parse it and then send the URL directly to send a video node. And if that is empty, if it doesn't exist at all, that observation expression in the previous input is going to go through this node. And if that expression doesn't exist at all, which is this condition doesn't exist, it will go through this branch and it will go to send a text message node. So simple, right? All right, we did it. Now, if you actually want to, talk about anything and get a free consultation call with me, we can just talk about it and all the cool stuff and how we can help you with that. Feel free to book an appointment with me. The link is right there in the description or on the about section of YouTube channel. And yeah, enjoy, bro.